Welcome to Cliffhanger 2.0. And I have to say, I am super nervous because we have not done this trail in over 5 years. Because last time I did it, we had a Ram Rebel and we snapped the front drive shaft. And then we spent probably the most butt-clenchy 5 hours of my life trying to get it back down the hill backwards. But today we brought two very capable vehicles. Here we have our long-term Everglades Bronco, and then over here we have Case with the most expensive two-door Bronco you can buy. Isn't that right, Case?
All specced out with the off-road goodies that you want for a challenging trail. However, the goal is to do a comparison between these two. But if it feels too tippy and too steep, even in the four-door, we might not want to run it in the two-door, so we're going to do the four-door first so we can check it out and see.
Yeah, one of the reasons that a four-door is better on trail is because it's less likely to flip backwards.
Yeah.
And this trail is so steep and so deep that I'm actually afraid to take Ford's $78,000 Strope Edition Bronco up without first pre-running it in our four-door Everglades. So, you want to drive?
Sure, yeah. Fingers crossed we can run both. But if nothing else, we can see how scary this trail still is in the four-door.
Ready, Case? So I'm feeling a little nervous.
Better?
That's what Tommy would do.
Yeah. Smells like rubber.
The great thing about this is it takes down all four tires.
Yeah.
To the same number.
Yeah, and you can air down and air back up all at the same time.
Yeah, which is great.
Not a good smell.
I feel like my dog.
Yeah.
And the good news is, look, this isn't a pickup truck.
It's true. These are more capable than the Ram that we broke on this trail.
Yeah,
so
they're not as heavy.
But that was also 5 years ago, and the trail has probably changed since the last
not
time
for
we
the
run
better.
it. Not usually, yeah.
So here's the question. We're going to get to a section, truth or dare. Let's decide what we're going to do when we get up there.
Yeah, we'll see how it is leading up to it.
Yeah. I'm a bad actor, and I'm genuinely very nervous. So I'm really grateful that you'll be driving, because
Sure.
I need to get back on that horse.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll do it on the back of the horse instead of on the front of the horse.
I think this is one where ignorance is bliss, because you guys stopped doing this trail 5 years ago, right around the time that I started, so I've not been up here.
Yeah. So I appreciate you running it. But, the good news is if we roll together.
Yeah, exactly, as a team.
As a team, yeah. All right, okay, so we're definitely locked up.
Yeah, I've got currently rear locker engaged. Like we said, we're aired down. I'm thinking I'll probably wait until we see a little bit of slip to engage the front locker. But the interesting thing about this trail is it's very dry and loose, what I would describe as marbly.
Yeah, you've got these big, like, watermelon-sized rocks that are just loose, which is a recipe for no traction.
Yeah, a lot of wheel spin, which is pretty typical in Colorado. We've got a dry climate here, so we see a lot of this silty, soft dirt, and none of these rocks are really the kinds of rocks that can't move under you.
Here's what makes me so nervous, not just because I had, one of the worst off-road experiences of my life on this trail.
Yeah.
But that there's no way to turn around. Once you're committed, which we are now, you either make it to the top and turn around,
Or you back down.
or you spend hours trying to back down. But the problem we had with the truck was because it was so steep, I could not steer.
Yeah.
Basically, it would just follow the fall line. And I was steering as much as I could, and the front wheels were not doing any steering. They were just dragging down. I would say you want to lock up everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, just lock it up right now.
We have it, no reason not to use it.
Exactly.
So I've got my front locker kicked on here. So this is going to be as capable as this Everglades will get. This being a slightly less expensive and more basic version of a Sasquatch Bronco, not being a Badlands, it doesn't have a front sway bar disconnect.
Which we could use on this trail.
Yeah, which wouldn't be bad. Any bit of articulation that we can get, we'd like to have. The other thing with this vehicle is it's wide, so you don't have a ton of options as far as line choice.
But that's good on this trail. Wide is good.
True, because this is a very off-camber trail.
All right, now we've come to the part of the trail which is truth or dare. I am very nervous about doing dare.
Dare, right?
So let's try truth.
Sure.
And then if we make it to the top and then we run the other vehicle, we could try dare.
Sounds good. So we'll
let's
stick to the right.
Yeah, let's stick to the right. Normally I'm like, hey, let's go dare, but today let's not get on the wild bucking bronco.
Yeah.
Let's just get on the tame bucking bronco.
This Bronco, as well as the other, is in most ways much more capable than a Ram 1500 Rebel. So I think we're in the right vehicles for doing this. But we'll see how it is, because there's kind of two goals with this video. It's to test these vehicles, but also to see what's up with this trail, because it's been a while.
Yeah, exactly. To see if this is still a usable trail. So we basically took, one of the most capable off-road vehicles that we have at the fleet and brought it up here.
Now, even though we're on the truth side of things, there's still some pretty serious ruts.
There's some scary ruts, yeah.
In the dirt here.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to take it very slow, very tactfully,
You're doing a
and
great
feel
job.
it out, rather than blasting up here with a lot of speed and not as much control. And that's one of the luxuries that's afforded to us by having a front and rear locker on this Sasquatch package, Everglades specifically Bronco. Because with the front and rear locker, you really do have a lot of control.
This is up here. You see where all these loose rocks are at?
Yeah.
This is where I snapped the drive shaft. So I say we try it.
Yeah, I do too, because the path to the left looks too easy, and so far this Bronco's been doing really well.
Yeah, but this is going to get a little
this is where it's going to get hairy.
But thank you for driving, because I'm a little gun shy at this point.
Well, and I'm pretty interested in seeing this trail, because I've heard about it, heard legend.
Yeah, the problem with Cliffhanger 2.0 is that it's great for soft-roaders. You've been up that.
Yeah, and if you go higher up, there's some slightly
rocks,
more challenging features.
But it's not a real test of a vehicle's
like this. No.
Like this. If you're wondering where we're at, well, I'm not going to tell you, because you can get Onyx Off-Road by clicking on the link below and using TFL Off-Road as a discount code. And best of all, not only will you know where we're at and how hard this trail is, but you can use Onyx even without phone service, so you'll never be lost.
Onyx Off-Road.
All right, let's go do it.
Yeah, so once again, taking it slow. I really love the amount of clearance that we have in this Bronco. Obviously 35s.
Rock rails.
Rock sliders if you do run out of clearance.
Yeah.
Decent skid plating. This Everglades package kind of comes with everything that you need. This is a 2.3 liter, so a 4-cylinder Bronco, which is one of the reasons that not as many people went for these Everglades when they were still an option. But for driving a trail, we've got everything we could possibly want.
And you're going to need it, because up here it gets really dicey. You see these two rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little, you'll see.
I can see where it'll get challenging.
Yeah, you can see how they present an obstacle that is a little challenging, and you're doing great. There's no speed is not your friend here.
No. Control and being tactical and smart is kind of the goal. One thing I got to say about...
And this is where we snapped right here. Trying to go up this part. But you're making it look easy.
One thing that I do appreciate about these Broncos is the traction. But
glad we hear it down.
Yeah, I am too. The thing that I don't love, though, is the sight lines are not the best. I think noticeably worse than the sight lines on a Wrangler, because this hood is so big and boxy. And from the exterior, it looks really good. But a lot of what I'm driving over is blocked from my view. But
well, that was easy. We just went past the part where, stuff went bad.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
Pretty impressive performance.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. This Bronco is making it look too easy. I had this big buildup about how terrified I was, and this is like a Sunday drive.
Yeah, which is both a pro and a con of a vehicle as capable as this Bronco, because a lot of times to challenge either a Sasquatch package Bronco or a Wrangler Rubicon, you have to do trails that are so difficult and so terrifying that you're risking potentially totaling the vehicle, because these are just so good that even a difficult trail like that broke a pretty capable pickup truck feels like light work.
All right, let's wait for the videographers. We'll get them in here. They're working hard.
Yeah, it's the untold part of filming these videos is that
we got the easy job.
That our team gets to go on a hike is essentially the task for the day.
How are you guys doing?
Good?
Yeah?
Yeah, you can hear how little traction we have because
Oh,
we're
yeah.
definitely clawing at the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I can confirm it is slippery.
But not bad.
Yeah, I think I was, you know, it's like whenever you fall off the horse seems bigger and angrier and more terrifying than maybe it really was.
Yeah,
Maybe I was a little too nervous about this because this thing is making it look easy. You're making it look easy, so I'm really enjoying this now.
Yeah, so I think, and it's beautiful up here, which is a plus. So I think we should be good to take the two-door up. It'd be interesting to see what differences there are between the two.
I say we do the two-door on Dare.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
It's got a discountable sway bar,
Yeah.
which is going to make it much more capable of keeping the tires in contact with the ground, which is what you want on these loose rocks.
Exactly, so in some ways it could even be more capable.
Oh, hallelujah!
We made it up to the top and it wasn't too bad.
Case, I think I'm getting old. I think I'm getting old because you made this look easy. You made me completely, at ease.
Is there a weight lifted now?
There is a weight lifted. I am back on the horse, and I am back. I am back, baby.
Back on the Bronco.
I'm back on the Bronco.
Wow.
Back on the Bronco. How much weight do you think this roof can support?
Apparently enough.
Ride 'em Roman.
Oh no.
I think what we can do is get the two-door,
And I'll drive.
see how it compares. You can drive, and
Yep.
we could even go up the tougher section.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Let's do it.
Case, this is about as far from the Everglades as you can get.
That's true. It's not really true to the name,
I know.
but it still feels very at home.
Yeah. You don't need the snorkel.
No,
You
not
don't
today.
need the extra ground clearance.
Not a lot of water.
For river fording.
No, yeah, but up here in the mountains, this couldn't be better off. Yeah.
One of the good things about this case is it's got beadlock capable wheels.
It appears to, but it does make it a little bit more challenging to get at the valve stem,
It does, yeah, because they're hidden back there.
but it's not too bad.
All right.
That was so bad. This has got to be the best looking Bronco. I really like the Heritage Broncos, but this might be even a step cooler.
Orange, white, and blue.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of Denver Broncos colors. I know that's not the reason for the Strope edition, but it's what it looks like to us as Denver locals.
Also, we've got different shocks. So we've got Fox shocks, very similar to the first generation Raptor shocks on this guy.
Yeah, so it's an expensive package, but you get a lot with it.
How you feeling, Gav?
Feel good.
Yeah?
I'm gonna try not to fall off this mountain.
Gavin and I wore the wrong shoes today.
So I'm going to go up here to the little rocky part that I'm going to lock the front up to. Might as well.
Yeah.
I used to have fun off-roading by not locking everything up, and then when I got stuck, then I would lock, let's say, the front locker or the rear locker. And then I was talking to a man I respect very much, the guy who kind of used to do all of the Land Rover training. And he said, "You're being stupid, Roman. The goal is never to get stuck. So just lock everything up because, you're making it more likely that you'll get stuck by not using all the tools at your disposal."
That's true. You got the tools available to you. There's maybe no real reason not to use them. I've heard people on both sides of the argument, so it kind of depends, I guess, on your personal philosophy. Whatever works for you. I don't think there's necessarily a right or wrong.
The upside to having a two-door Bronco is your breakover's better.
That's true. On this model, we've got some potentially useful side steps that mount up to the rock sliders.
That are removable.
They are removable, and they look pretty easy to remove, which wouldn't have been a bad thing to do for this video. That being said, we try not to pull parts off of press vehicles. This does not belong to us. So we're testing it as is, as it comes from the factory. It would be easy to get these steps out of the way, but they hang a little lower than the rock slider itself, kind of like what's on the Everglades.
Well, we're about to find out if that was a good or bad call.
Yeah, we'll see if we run out of clearance at any point. But like you said, it's a short wheelbase, so potentially.
We should have better breakover. The other thing is, can you feel the disconnected sway bar? It doesn't seem to be making it that much less like head bobby.
It doesn't seem to be maybe a night and day difference, because our Everglades still articulates reasonably well. But when you look at them side by side, you can tell there's definitely a difference in the amount of articulation on the front end of a Bronco with a disconnecting front sway bar and one without.
And now we're at Truth or Dare. We did Truth last time, which was kind of, less rocky, a little bit more ruddy. This is very rocky and very ruddy.
Yeah, so we'll see how the two-door Bronco does. I've got a good feeling about it, because the other Bronco is so capable. This is obviously going to be a similar level of capability.
Well, we are running a little different tire. They're both Goodyear.
Territories,
Yeah.
yeah, they're both Territories. This is a Territory RT. Our Everglades has a Territory MT, which makes sense. It's an Everglades, so it is made to be in slightly muddier, wetter conditions, even though we're here in Colorado, where mud is almost non-existent.
Any pointers on what line I should be taking? I just feel like straight up.
Looks good to me.
Yeah.
We've got our camera system active here, so that helps make up for a little bit our limited view out the front end over the top of the hood.
And we'll let the videographers get caught up. Hey, how you doing?
I'm great.
Don't fall. Oh, look at her go. She's a little mountain goat.
This Bronco also looks so good on this trail.
It's such a good looking. I mean, what you're paying for is the look. I mean, there's a series of Heritage Edition Broncos, right?
And they're all kind
They're
of
all
pricey.
cool, yeah, and they're all pricey. But this is the second most expensive one. Most expensive two-door. Obviously, the Bronco Raptor is more expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, here we go. Here's the hard part. We got loose rocks. We got steep incline.
It's a good thing we've got so much traction, because this is just
You need it.
so loose.
Yeah.
It's unreal. I don't think a lot of people come up here.
No, this is not a trail for the lighthearted weekend warrior.
Yeah, you can hear everything just moving underneath us.
Oh, it's using all four.
Yeah,
35s.
the lockers.
Yeah.
Lockers are doing their job.
Yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
it's working hard. And you do need a little bit of momentum.
Just a tiny bit.
Just a tiny bit.
But it's good. We needed some drama.
Oh.
Listen to that. Nothing on this trail stays where you left it. You might have to bump into it a little. Nice.
Nice. There.
Oh, beautifully done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely a bit more challenging. Not in a way that would be any massive difference between the two-door and the four-door, because it's not like the breakover was much of a factor there. More traction, and I would say these two have a similar level of traction. The four-door is a little bit heavier, so could be some differences there, and the tires are slightly different.
All right, now time to get on that horse and go over the obstacle that
Did it to you last
did
time.
to me last time. Yeah, we'll wait once again for the videographers to get caught up. But I'm feeling very confident, Case.
Yeah, this again, flying colors. Anytime we get a Bronco on a trail, it's hard to knock it.
Yeah. Now, for all you Jeep guys and gals out there, you might be wondering, would it be better to have solid axles? And the answer is yes, it would be better.
I like them. Yeah, I like the articulation you get on a solid front axle. But that being said, this independent
You
front
doing
end
okay?
does well.
That's awesome.
You're a badass girl. There we go. I am a little nervous.
Yeah, which is fair. It was not a good experience the last time you were driving over these rocks.
No, it was not a good experience.
But there's no confidence booster better than a capable vehicle like this. Yeah,
Ooh.
there's those steps, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think we hit the steps.
So definitely in general, I'd recommend removing those steps if you're going to run a
Something like
reasonably
this,
difficult
yeah,
trail.
I agree. What's the line here? Get my right wheel on that rock on the right there.
Yeah,
Well, there's
I'd
really
say
no line.
so.
This thing's so wide that you kind of
Exactly.
just have to
Don't
go.
have we don't have a ton of options.
Yeah. So take this first rock.
Yeah, exactly. But we're looking good.
Oh, yeah, look
Nice.
at it. Just went up and over it.
Yeah, picked up front tire. Feels like a little bit,
Oh,
but
back tire goes over it. Oh, a
good
little.
traction. Yeah.
Yeah, we got her.
Smooth and steady.
Yep.
Pretty nice.
All right, let's pick up. Ooh.
Yeah. I'm assuming, I can't see underneath us, I'm assuming it's our steps that are touching every now and then, which kind of makes sense.
Well, now we have to get out to let the videographers in.
Yeah.
That's
one
another downside of a two-door, yeah.
We were climbing up and Gavin goes, "You didn't get hit by a rock, did you?" I was like, "No."
That's not...
Sir?
Yeah. And you have to like hold it up
It's also, yeah,
as it
it's going
slides.
down. I think we found the downside of the two-door.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We were saying the same.
And the storm is moving in, my man.
Yeah, clouds came in fast. Weather changes quickly up here in the mountains, so we might want to close this up and get out of here.
Yeah, let me ask you, are you a two-door guy or a four-door guy?
I gotta say, even though the four doors are more practical and even better off-road in some situations, look at that two-door. You can't tell me that that doesn't look awesome. That's what I'd go for.
We have one vote for two-door. Mary, two-door or four-door?
Four-door.
We have one vote for four-door. Gavin, two-door or four-door?
It's got to be two-door.
Nice.
And we have 2 votes for two-door and 1 vote for four-door. I'm gonna go four-door. So it's up to you.
Yeah, we need a tiebreaker in the comments below.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. Case, thank you for dragging me up
Yeah,
here.
man.
I really
Pretty
appreciate it. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Gavin. You guys are mountain lions up here. Incredible.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time. Ciao.
Great.
Nice.
Great.
Absolutely great.